Well, today the last two Champions League semi-final places will be decided. Both games are evenly poised tonight, each separated by a single goal. One side of the bracket sees two teams trying to take another step closer to a first title, and on the other we've got a showdown of European royalty. So pull up a chair, everybody. The drama just keeps on coming in the Champions League. Arsenal hold a one-goal lead and look to book a second straight semi-final, but they have to hold off Sporting in some serious fan anxiety. Portugal's comeback kings have another chance to play spoiler and reach the semi-finals for the very first time. We're anticipating a nervous kind of Arsenal, are we, Jamie? That's how it feels at the moment.
Yes, but at some stage that has to change, otherwise they're not going to go on and achieve what they want to, which is win at least one of the biggest competitions. They can win the Champions League or the Premier League, and they have to, of course, win tonight, but they could do with putting a really commanding performance in as well and just settle those nerves that they've had over the last few weeks, and they've got going into the big game at the weekend. What's he doing over my shoulder?
Very big. He's just smiling. Just, big leaps in his energy.
Go on, take us to break.
From the action in Munich with Peter, we're going to head over to North London, where A stands for Arsenal, but also for anxiety tonight. For an update on the mood at the Emirates, let's go to our very own Gooner, Anita Jones. You were hearing Peter there to kind of talk about the restrained optimism, I guess, in Munich. Does it feel very different over there in North London where you are?
I think maybe even from the studio, the hate watching tonight against Arsenal is going to be off the charts in terms of the anxiety.
So
let's paint a picture. No, there's no touchiness. We're just speaking facts here. Let's paint a picture, because I think whatever I say about Arsenal is going to offend some section of the fan base. So on the one hand, you've got the team putting a really poor performance at the weekend in a crucial game against Bournemouth. In fact, I was at the press conference for that game, and Mikel Arteta said, bring your lunch, bring your dinner. But then the team didn't put on a performance that deserved that kind of, I guess, support from the fan base. And so they come into this game with a lot of questions being asked about them. But then, on the other hand, you have to, I guess, understand the fan sentiment and the fact that they're feeling concerned, because we've seen a three-peat of Arsenal coming second in the Premier League, and all signs are suggesting that it could happen for a fourth time, which nobody wants. So Arsenal fans were nervous here at the weekend. They were booing their team, but that was because they weren't happy with what they saw on the pitch, and they've got to change that tonight ahead of a game which could be a title decider in the Premier League. So let's talk about the starting 11 for both of these teams then. Mikel Arteta has made some much-needed changes after that result of the weekend, the loss against Bournemouth. So he's gone for two different fullbacks, Mosquera and Nketiah coming in. You've then got Eze coming in as that creative spark in the middle of the park. He's, of course, just getting back to fitness. And then when it comes to Sporting, it's the same front four. They'll be looking to their forward, Luis Suarez.